My mother chose to babysit my drunk brother instead of being at the hospital while I was giving birth to her first grandchild. She made her choice. Now we're making ours. My brother Jason has been the golden child since the day he was born. Star quarterback in high school, full ride to college, the son who could do no wrong. When he dropped out junior year, mom said he was finding himself. When he got fired from 6 jobs in 2 years, she said employers didn't understand his creative spirit. When he got his third DUI, she blamed the police for targeting him. I meanwhile graduated nursing school while working full-time, bought my own house at 26, and married a wonderful man named David. Mom came to my wedding but left early because Jason called saying he felt lonely. She missed my pinning ceremony because Jason needed her to co-sign for an apartment he'd later get evicted from. Every achievement of mine got overshadowed by whatever crisis Jason had manufactured that week. When I told mom I was pregnant, her first response was to worry about how Jason would handle not being the baby anymore. He was 34 years old. I asked her to be in the delivery room with me since David's mother had passed and I wanted maternal support. She said, "Of course, sweetie," acting touched that I'd asked. We went to birthing classes together. She helped set up the nursery. For once, it seemed like she was choosing me. I went into labor 3 weeks early on a Friday night. David called mom immediately. She said she was at Jason's apartment but would leave right away. The hospital was 20 minutes from Jason's place. An hour passed, then 2. I was dilated to 6 centimeters and terrified. This was my first baby and everything was happening so fast. David kept calling mom but she didn't answer. Finally, after 3 hours, she texted. Not called, texted. Jason had been drinking and fell down the stairs. She needed to make sure he was okay. Couldn't leave him alone in this state. Would come as soon as possible. David texted back that I was literally giving birth to her grandchild. She responded that Jason might have a concussion and needed supervision. I labored for 14 hours. Pushed for 3. Nearly needed an emergency C-section when the baby's heart rate dropped. My daughter arrived at noon on Saturday. Healthy but small. While I hemorrhaged badly enough to need 2 transfusions. Mom never showed up. She finally called Sunday afternoon asking how things went. How things went? "I almost died, Mom. Your granddaughter is in the NICU because she was premature. Where were you?" "Jason was really hurt," she said defensively. "He needed me. He was drunk," I snapped. "Like he is every weekend. He probably fell because he was wasted, not the other way around. Don't be cruel about your brother's struggles," she said. "He has a disease. So do I apparently. It's called being invisible to my mother." Monday morning, she showed up at the hospital with Jason. He reeked of alcohol despite it being 10 in the morning. Mom was fussing over a small bruise on his forehead, asking if he needed to sit down, if he wanted water, if the hospital lights hurt his eyes. She barely glanced at her granddaughter in the incubator. Jason slurred that the baby looked weird. Mom laughed and said all babies look funny at first. Then she asked if I could keep it down because Jason had a headache. I looked at this woman who'd chosen to hold her drunk adult son's hair back while he puked instead of holding my hand while I brought life into the world. "Get out," I said quietly. David stepped forward. "You need to leave, both of you. Now." Mom acted shocked. "We came all this way to see the baby. You came to parade Jason around for sympathy," I said. "You chose him over the birth of your grandchild. You've chosen him over me every single day of my life. But this was the one day I needed you to choose me. Just once. And you couldn't even do that." She tried defending herself. "Jason needed medical attention. He could have died. He needed a cold shower and a couch to sleep it off," I said. "I needed my mother while I was scared and in pain and delivering a premature baby. But Jason's hangover was more important. It always is." Jason mumbled something about me being dramatic. That's when David lost it. "Your sister almost bled to death while your mother played nursemaid to your drunk ass. You're 34 years old. Grow up or drink yourself to death and stop destroying everyone around you." Mom gasped and said David was being hateful. "We're done," I told her. "You want to enable Jason until he kills himself? Fine. But you won't do it around my daughter. Don't call. Don't visit. You've made your choice." She tried arguing, but security was already coming because David had called them. As they escorted her out, she kept saying I'd regret this when Jason got better. That was 8 months ago. Jason's been arrested twice more for public intoxication. Mom's still cleaning up his messes, paying his rent, making excuses. She sent dozens of cards about wanting to meet her granddaughter. I throw them away unopened. My daughter has David's parents' names as her middle names. When she's older and asks about my mother, I'll tell her the truth.